con una familia real, se me ocurre o puede ser que no se debe de tratar igual a un perro de este deporte a como se trata a un perro familiar con mascota.
Okay. I will give you my way to bring up a puppy. And all the puppies I brought up went to big championships. I prefer keep my dog in the kennel. Let him sleep for 23 hours a day and for 1 hour live. When he's running all the time around, there is nothing special when I go to him. And normally a dog needs much rest. So if the dog is always attractive over the days, and everybody is petting around with these dogs, and I saw these dogs yesterday standing there on the side. When you stand there for 1 hour or half hour with your dog, there is no energy if you go in. Yeah? And so I keep my dog in the kennel, and if I take him out, there is a life. And this is, young dog is after 1 hour tired. And so, of course, I socialize my dog. I take him with me in my house. He lives with me and my family, and for 1 or 2 hours every day. And but if I want to work, I pick him out of the kennel. And after a while, also a dog who lives in the house learns when there is a real action on the training field. If it's a good one, he focuses on this. So you can also keep your dog in the house, but it's much easier if it stays away and you take him out and life begins. Then you put the energy in these minutes of the day. So when I then start and I have my puppy, of course, I walk with him, I talk with him, and I start with technical things with low compulsion, with plan C. I say sit, I put my dog, sit, good, fine, and nothing else, not with food and nothing, because I have reserves. When I take with my 9-year-old dog or my 10-year-old dog the ball out of the pocket, there is explosion, because the threshold is not high. He's not used to this. This comes out every day. This is something real special. It happened with my Falco that I put the ball on he was 6-7 years old, I put the ball on the goal. And when we finished, this was a reserve if he gets tired in training. But I didn't need it. At the end, I tried to pick it up and I couldn't get it away so quick, so he jumped up and broke his teeth. With seven years, so crazy it was on this ball, because he was not fed up with it. But with a puppy I start easy, I explain, sit, like the Doberman yesterday, Platz, good, fine. Okay, now you can run. And in this way I teach my dog exercises. 2 things come with a puppy very early. Here is here and no is no. When I say no, boom! This takes him some days to overcome this. And I see how the character is. And when I say here, boom! He flies through the air in my arms. Yeah? When he's 8 weeks old. These are the only 2 things what I do with compulsion. Here's here and no is no. But I don't use it. Only when the dog is concentrated and focused. I say here, and this is something which is important. On the other side, I'm very soft and gentle with my puppies. I bring them up, I play with them, of course, a little bit with spray, but this matures alone. Then comes a point where I go training field with the dog. And I just watch him, if he's stable, and then he starts to bark on other dogs. And then I just keep the leash tight and touch him very short. I make in the grade distraction. And I don't want that the dog turns around. And this is a good situation where you can start to teach the dog if he goes to thin nerves and high drive, he's touched without being disturbed. And when my dog is 7 or 9 months old, and he's confident, and I can hit him when he's doing drive, and I can talk to him, good, fine, so brav. Then I said, no, stop it, if he starts. And then it's no longer allowed. If I say no, it's no. If I say yes, it's yes. But I can handle him even in the stress without being disturbed. This is something what I see often. A young puppy starts, Wah! I say, oh no, 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 no. They make him blue. And they make a classical conditioning when the dog wants to go to drive, go to blue. If there is attraction, go to blue. And this is terrible. And then you have these dogs on the training field, like we had on the first day. If there's attraction, they go to blue. This does not help. So I want the dog who acts on the green attraction and who acts on defense attraction or conflict or whatever in a proper way. Afterwards I tell him when and when not. So then I start very early with tracking, but I also stay away from plan C and tracking, except one. When the dog comes to a point where he doesn't want to track, I have already trained him that my hand in this way is an active compulsion and I can activate him for this, but this is not much, this is easy compulsion, but a little plan C with the hand. So with 7-8 months my dog is perfect in tracking, my dog can make sit plats here, and I start with push, and this I start also with the resistance. He gets prey, very good as a magnet ball, you can put here, hand on it, and then you give some compulsion, push, and when the dog watches the ball, okay, and the way is open to grab it. So he needs a target, a focus. And in this the dog learns already to hit back against spike and to be resistant. And then I change the heel in 2 parts. One is, my hand is under the mouth. He has to be blue adaptive. And my hand is not under the mouth. The dog can ask for something, stay in the grade. And this way I build this up, concentration in the heel and withstanding in the heel. Well, then the dog becomes 18 months old. Obedience is quite okay, not with much compulsion. Tracking is okay, and I go to the Schutzhund. This takes not long. If I have good helper, 1 or 2 weeks, and we are ready even with the surgery. And that's it. The rest is, the rest is just generalizing. Yeah? The rest is just generalizing. This is the way how I act with my dog. And then when the dog is trained up with 2 years, Schutzhund 1, 2, 3 in one row. Okay, any more questions? So we will have lunch now, and then